Hello, guys. So today I'm going to be looking at Taehoon, hoping I'm pronouncing that right, who's the new outdoor goalkeeper. Again, he doesn't have any, so he's subject to change. Up till the following patch, that's tomorrow, he was the only remaining goalkeeper with penetration resistance. So let's go down. First of all, goalkeeper, that's very standard, high stat vitality, that's what you want. The value seems pretty decent for a base evolution, so that overall is pretty decent. The ace critical resistance max life as a burst ace. If you're not running a penetration ace, this is also pretty good overall. Now, the active is a little bit different than most actives. In the second part, it's decreasing incoming damage by 25% and recovers 50% of the incoming damage later when being attacked for 20 minutes. We can already predict that on the EE, the second part of the skill will not be touched because nothing has above 50% recovery of incoming damage. So it's going to be a 35%, but overall, this is a pretty good active. And the thing that he has above most goalkeepers is he actually has some action bar start in his kit. This means that pulling off his active compared to most goalkeepers will be much easier. Of course, this also means that you want to stop them from shooting at you 3 times in 15 minutes, because if they do more than 3 times, then yeah, it's pretty bad for you. You're about to get destroyed. Fast handling, always start match at 30% and decrease incoming damage by 35% when positioned in the goalkeeper position. So 35%, well, let's be honest, it's unconditional because you're using him as a goalkeeper. And he always start match is really great for the shield and also for passionate defense. Passionate defense decrease the penetration by 15% and critical rate by 20% of enemy currently in the assigned position for 5 minutes with a block or a pass. Again, that means that if the goalkeeper is shot at when he passes the ball, that activates, and if the goalkeeper for any reason moves before the enemy front line moves, well, he blocks because that's what a goalkeeper does. So in both cases, it will activate. Honestly, if they had changed it to an action, it would have been better. This is in a way to limit the use in PvE. Now, Firm Spirit increased max life by 20%, critical resistance by 25. It's not bad. If we look at the chains, he does have a friendship chain with Kevin, who's pretty good. In affection, there's Rowena, who, if used correctly on the right side, penetrates fronts and does her pass. It actually can do a lot of value. Competition, no one of real value. And Fighting Spirit, why will you? That's not really that great. So now the question really is going to be in what kind of team you want to run him. Again, since he does come with penetration resistance, he does make more sense in a rainbow team using a Jiho Ace and a Duran. But in case you want to run him in Mono Ardor, it also works pretty much the same. For the stones, there's really one main build. It's going to be a Dance Magma in the Ardor slot. In the Thunder slot, you're going to be putting Defense, and to get the critical resistance, in the Wormwind slot, you're just going to put DR, and in the last slot, you're going to put Dark Life just because that's the best stone ever. If you do, of course, you can always reroll one of these two for a better stone. You can't reroll the Ardor one just because that's how it works. Plus, you want that pen resistance. Now, overall, is he a good goalkeeper? Well, he was unique up until Glade Gutter E because now she has permanent penetration resistance, and his biggest weakness will always be people that have teams that buff action bar. For example, teams that use players such as Metatron, Celestia, Bev, Askelite, anything that can make them move before the goalkeeper will make him prone to very fast one-hit KOs because that means that 2 of his skills wouldn't be active and he would only have the DR and a bit of extra life. Not to mention his crit resistance is weak. It is not that high. It's only 25%, and there's no critical damage resistance. And Ardor isn't known for having the best critical resistance overall, and they have only a single critical damage resistant totem, who's a legendary. So overall, it does feel kind of weak, and it really doesn't help that Passionate Defense is a debuff instead of a line buff, just because debuffs can be countered by buffs while buffs can't, in the sense that since it's a debuff, if, for example, they're already at 100 and they've got a Jiho and backline buffing that striker, there's then going to be the calculation and they can still remain at 100% penetration, even though there is a 15% debuff. That's why a lot of people run Armel and Jiho combined with Jiho Ace, meaning making it impossible to remove the penetration. So hope this gives you guys a good idea of who he is. Again, he is in that red, and he is currently the best Ardor goalkeeper, but he is really far from being the best goalkeeper in the game, and he is no longer unique since Glaze EE. Have a good day, guys.